The day she erased me, the city looked perfect from the top floor. Glass walls, golden sunlight, silence that screamed success, and right in the middle of it. My marriage ended without a single raised voice. Aisha didn't look angry. That would have been easier to accept. She looked done, like it was a task she had already completed in her mind. "You should read it carefully," she said, placing the folder in front of me. No hesitation, no emotion, just control. I didn't need to read it, but I did anyway. Every word felt colder than the last. Divorce, asset division, separation of ownership. It wasn't just a breakup. It was a strategic removal. "You planned this for a while," I said quietly. She didn't deny it. Instead, she walked toward the window, looking down at the city like she owned it. "Success changes people," she replied. "No." I said, "It reveals them." She turned slightly, a faint smile. "You always like saying things like that," she said. "But philosophy doesn't run companies." "No," I replied calmly. "But people do." That's when she said it. The line that stayed with me. "Longer than anything else, I carried us further than you ever. Could not we not together, just her?" The truth I never said out loud, maybe. She believed that, because she was the face. The voice, the one shaking hands, closing deals, standing under bright lights, and me? I was the one behind everything no one saw. Systems that kept money flowing, silent clauses in contracts, investor. Relationships built on trust, not charm, risk structures that protected us from collapse. I didn't need recognition. I needed stability, and I built it. Us, until she decided there was no us. Why I signed without? Fighting when I picked up the pen. She expected resistance. Emotion? Maybe even desperation. Instead, signed like I was approving a document at work. "You're not even going to argue?" she asked. Confused, I looked at her for a long moment and said something she didn't understand at the time. Some things don't need to be stopped to be corrected. That was the moment I stopped being her husband and started becoming something else. The exit nobody. Notice Ty didn't disappear dramatically. No goodbye speech, no confrontation. I simply stepped out, closed accounts, transferred what was mine legally, detached from systems. I controlled and then silence. 3 days later, I didn't exist in her world anymore. The illusion of control at first. Everything continued normally. Meetings, deals, interviews, social media posts about growth and vision. Aisha thrived in visibility. Invisibility hides cracks. For a while, but reality doesn't care about appearances. The cracks begin week 2. A minor delay in payments. "Fix it," she told the finance team. They tried, failed. Week 3, an investor questioned. "Inconsistencies, just a technical issue," she assured him. Week 4, a contract collapsed due to a clause no one understood. That's when panic started creeping. In the problem, she couldn't solve. The systems weren't broken, they were incomplete because I wasn't there, and no one realized how much depended on me until everything did. The first time she felt it late one night. She sat alone in the office, going through reports, numbers. That didn't make sense. 4. The first time she wasn't in control, and control was the only thing she ever trusted. The calls my phone lit up for days, then weeks. Her messages changed over time. "We need to talk. This is getting serious. Stop this. Please." That last one, that wasn't business. That was fear. But I didn't answer because this wasn't revenge built on anger. This was something else. The truth about power. People think power is loud, dominant, aggressive. It's not. Real power is quiet, invisible, structural, and when you remove it, everything collapses. Naturally, what I did while I was gone, I didn't run away. I rebuilt new identity in business. Circles, new partnerships, new structure, and most importantly, distance, because distance gives clarity, and clarity sharpens decisions. The collapse she couldn't stop by the second month that was no longer manageable. Investors started pulling out. Employees began leaving. Rumors spread, and for the first time, Yesha wasn't the rising star. She was the risk the moment she found. Mia took her 68 days. When she walked into that cafe, she didn't look powerful anymore. She looked tired. "You just left everything," she said. I looked up calmly. "No," I replied. "You just realized what everything actually was. The conversation that changed. Everything you need to come back." She said, not demanded, not ordered, asked. That was new, and why would I asked. "Because this is ours," she said quickly. I smiled slightly. Was it? Silence. The realization that broke her ego. "You didn't just lose systems," I said. "You lost understanding." She looked at me like she was finally seeing something she ignored for years. "You think I destroyed you?" I continued. "But all I did was step out of your way. The revenge she never expected, I'll help." I said. Hope flashed in her eyes, but not for free. Not emotionally, not professionally, not personally. The new terms: I control operations completely. Full transparency in decisions. Legal restructuring of authority. No personal relationship, strictly business. "You want me to work under you?" she asked quietly. "No," I said. "I want you to understand what you stood on." The slow reversal coming back didn't fix things instantly. It exposed everything. Weak systems, bad decisions, overconfidence, and Aisha had to face all of it day by day, meeting by meeting, failure by failure. The real punishment I didn't humiliate her, didn't destroy her, didn't take everything away. I did something harder. I made her see clearly. And once someone truly sees their mistakes, there's no escaping them. The final shift, months later, the company stabilized, stronger, smarter, but something had permanently changed. She no longer walked like she owned everything. She walked like she understood what it is. "Cost, the last conversation, I was wrong," she said one evening. Not defensive, not proud, just honest. I nodded, but I didn't soften. "Not wrong for leaving," I said. "Wrong for underestimating." She looked down, because she knew the ending. "We can try again," she said quietly. I shook my head. "Some things don't break," I said. "They change." And we had. Epilogue. She kept the spotlight. I kept the foundation. And this time, everyone knew the difference, because the man she thought she could erase was the reason her world ever stood at all. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on more powerful, emotional, and thought-provoking stories like this. Your support truly means everything and motivates us to keep creating better and more engaging content for you. Let us know in the comments what you thought about this story and what kind of stories you'd like to see next. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself. We'll see you in the next video with another amazing and unforgettable story.